Blog Talk Radio.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution. Join me, Naima Latif, every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as we bring you stimulating discussions about the issues affecting our lives. If you're listening online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution, press the blue button that says follow and get our daily topics every morning directly to your email and your smartphone. Hi, I'm Naima Latif, Executive Producer of the Female Solution Radio Show. We invite you to call in 515-605-9325 and participate in this daily think tank as we examine the challenges we face and develop solutions that restore peace and harmony. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Здравствуйте. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, Bonjour. In Spain, Hola. In Italy, Ciao. In Egypt, Ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, Akwaba. In Nigeria, Peleo. In South Africa, Sawubona. In Senegal, Nangadef. In Kenya, Jambo. In Israel, Shalom. In Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Saudi Arabia, Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all.
Is Monday morning a struggle to get out of bed, into the swing of things? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Join us for thought-provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on higher learning with Zelda Speaks for your Monday morning mindfulness sessions on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Mondays, 7:30 until 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, visit ZeldaSpeaks.com and send us your info. We'd love to have you. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness/stress relief coach, Zelda Speaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of the day. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to your next session of mindfulness on higher learning with Zelda Speaks. Make it a mindful day. And thanks for listening. Grand Rising. And for those who are not familiar with the term, good morning. We say Grand Rising because it's a grand day. This is the day that we have been blessed with breath to do our mission on the planet. Thank you for joining me this morning on the Female Solution, Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. Welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness, to start your week off with the Mindfulness Stress Relief Session. And we will be doing a meditation session very shortly, but first let me say thank you and welcome and happy birthday if today is your birthday. Special happy birthday to my cousin Daryl Frierson. Today is his birthday, and also it's the birthday of Jesse Jackson Sr. And to the family of Laquan McDonald and the citizens of Chicago and the world, thank you for a peaceful weekend. Thank you for the jurors who found this Officer Van Dyke guilty on 16 counts, even though the general consensus from the news, from what I read, that even though he was given sentenced for, well, he hasn't been sentenced yet, but found guilty for second degree murder. They wanted first degree murder. Still, the second degree murder charges are a sign, it's a signal that the system is heading in the right direction, because when the people, that means you and I, when we make up our minds to make the decision that we will no longer tolerate being murdered in the streets, that's when change will come. This is not a color issue. This is a human issue, because at any given point in time, anyone in this world can be murdered, come up missing, all kinds of atrocities can happen, and nothing is said and done. So you have proven to the world that you no longer accept the status quo. So congratulate yourselves on that if you do nothing else today. When you look in the mirror, tell yourself how much you love yourself and appreciate yourself, and that you will no longer allow anyone or anything come between you and what's right. So thank you for being the great spirit that you are. Today's topic is, how often do we allow our emotions to control our well-being? Can being upset make us sick? And what can we do to control how we feel mentally and emotionally so that our health is not affected? Today's show is dedicated to the Mayman family in a little town called Crenshaw. Well, actually, it's not Crenshaw. It's Sledge and what's the other town? Lambert, Mississippi, to the family of Dolores and Dave Mayman, their brother Robert, which is my god brother, who is in the process of making his transition, if he has not already made his transition. Prayers for the Mayman family, because Robert is still so loved in this country. And I know that there are many people who are on their way out of this plane of existence to another one, and that may include my mother-in-law, Mrs. Annie Slaughter, who is in the hospital, and now she's in a nursing home. So please keep your prayers up for those who are sick and shut in and hospitalized and maybe about to make their transition, because we all have to leave the planet one day. No one can leave here alive. So do keep that in mind. If you're listening online, we thank you so much for joining us on Facebook, on The Female Solution, as well as my personal page, Zelda Speaks. And you can also hit me up on Twitter and Instagram as well. Today's trivia, you can win the Innovative Mindfulness Stress Relief System. It's a 21-day home program that's an audio, and it's also available in the Practice Journal. All you have to do is tell me what today's topic is, and I have a very special guest today. Will be mental health professional Khalid Scott. You can look him up on LinkedIn to find more about him. He's a regular contributor. He comes to us quarterly. He used to come weekly, but now he's quarterly. He has a new job with the U.S. Veterans Affairs, and his time is of the essence, so we appreciate him joining us in the 8 o'clock hour this morning. And if you would like to join us, you can always do that by going to the website, zeldaspeaks.com. And if you need more information on any of the programs that we offer on how to reverse type 2 diabetes, how to self-publish, how to make money mystery shopping or make money on Amazon, that's available as well. And next year, you're probably getting married or know someone getting married. Be sure and get them a copy of Date, Rate, Checkmate. It's the pre-marriage guide, because most people want to be married because they've been told that's what they should do, and that is not always the case if you are not ready for that experience, because it's It is an experience and it's one that is cherished, but if you are not ready, you may want to wait a while. And if you need extra income, we're always looking for health ambassadors. If you need to make extra money, go to diabeticdonut.com. We're always looking for health ambassadors to help people overcome diabetes. I recovered from type 2 diabetes, and I go on to show other people how to do that as well. And remember to set those VCRs. I keep saying VCRs, Zelda, we're in the new millennium. Those DVRs for the Higher Learning Network TV show, Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19 and 24/7 on the World Wide Web. That's higherlearningnetwork.org. And today's word of the day comes from Inspirational Conversations, Volume 2, with Shalomet Yisrael, a.k.a. Zelda Speaks. And the spiritual reading is taken from today, October 9th, which says, October 8th, doing the right thing takes courage. Doing the right thing takes selflessness. Doing the right thing will make you question yourself if you are not really doing the right thing, especially when the odds are stacked against you. Harriet Tubman, Paul Robeson, Frederick Douglass, Dr. Dorothy Height, Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Angela Davis, Mark Clark, Fred Hampton, and millions of others did the right thing, despite the trials and tribulations they encountered. Many are afraid to do the right thing because of the backlash. What if none of the people listed above refused to do the right thing or were afraid to do the right thing? We would not have the freedoms, no matter how small they may seem. The freedom to walk about, wake up on your own, go to the toilet, shower, work, eat, play, and pray to the God of your choice. These little decisions we make on a daily basis can be taken away. Someone paved the way for you. Are you willing to do the same and do the right thing? Remember concentration camps? They haven't left, people. They haven't left. Do the right thing. In the words of Spike Lee, do the right thing. That's Inspirational Conversations with Shalomet Yisrael, a.k.a. Zelda Speaks. And it's available at the bookstore, online. Simply click on products. And here's a product for the mind for today. And that product is you. So we will begin with you. And it all begins with the breath. So let us become still, become quiet, turn off all the noise, television, radio, turn the cell phone off unless you're listening on the cell phone. Just sit it beside you. You want nothing in your hands. Sitting straight up in a chair if possible. If you're lying down, that's okay. But we prefer you to sit up straight so that the energy can flow in a continuous flow from the top of the head to the bottom of your feet. So back erect, feet flat on the floor. Feet flat on the floor. Try saying that fast 3 times. Your hands down to your side, sitting up straight. Closing your eyes, you should be looking at nothing but the inside of your eyelids and begin the breathing process. We will begin breathing in to the count of 6, holding it for a hot second, and releasing it, blowing out, exhaling to the count of 6. And as you are breathing, focus on the breath in your chest because you want to feel your chest inflate and exhale. If you do not feel it, then chances are you're not breathing deep enough. And we You do what's comfortable for you, because some people may be listening and who have a breathing apparatus, and you may not be able to breathe as well. But remember, the deeper the breath, the deeper the connection with the one, the creator that created you, that gave you breath. So if you're having difficulty breathing this morning, ask your creator to help you through this exercise, because as you breathe in not only the goodness and the graciousness that God has in store for you for this day, but you are sending electronic messages throughout the body. This is the most amazing computer on the planet. You're sending messages to each and every organ in the body to remain consistent with your breath and with the flow of life. So let us begin. Inhale deeply to the count of 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, focusing on the breath. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale deeply. Hold it. Count to yourself and exhale. Feeling the chest move up and down as you breathe. Continue breathing and counting on your own, knowing that you are at the right place, at the right time, doing the right thing. As you are experiencing the breath of life today, someone somewhere on this planet, on this side of the ocean or the other side of the ocean, will experience their last breath today. And we give thanks that we have the opportunity to breathe another breath. Our work is not through. Our purpose, our mission, our reason for being here, even if we don't know what it is, it can come to you in the breathing. So remain breathing, inhaling deeply and exhaling, and giving thanks for the breath of life, for the breath of love, for the breath of laughter and joy and gratitude. Inhale deeply. Hold it and exhale. This time as you inhale, you should be feeling the glory of the Creator that is resonating through your body, beginning at the top of the head as it circulates down to the forehead, to the eyes, to the eye sockets, the eyebrows, the eyelashes, the forehead, the cheeks, the ears, the earlobes, and the chin and the neck as you continue to breathe. Giving thanks that we are one with the Creator that is divine and has made us divine in its image. As the breath continues to circulate and move throughout the shoulders and the neck and the back and the arms, oh, what a wonderful breath this is. We give thanks for the breath and the energy that continues to move throughout the arms and the elbows and the fingers and the thumb and the hands as it moves down to our sides and the hips and the buttocks. As we continue to inhale deeply, giving thanks for our reproductive organs and our hips and our legs and our thighs. And those knees, yes, those knees, please keep moving, circulating, and regenerating the atoms, cells, and the microcells that keep those knees and the legs and the ankles and the heels and the arches and the feet and the toes, that keep them in divine order so that we can move throughout the planet healthily, happily. Being mobile is a good thing, and we give thanks. Inhale deeply. As the breath continues to circulate from the top of the head to the bottom of the feet, we give thanks right here. Say it out loud. I give thanks. I am happy. Repeat after me. I am healthy. Oh, yes, I am. I am whole and complete, just as I am. Inhale deeply. I am happy. I am healthy. I am whole and complete, just as I am. And even more, I am grateful. One more time. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, I am happy, I am healthy, I am whole and complete. I am grateful for the energy and the electricity that moves through me. I am grateful for this breath because I am learning to keep my emotions intact. Inhale deeply. I am grateful because my emotions no longer make me sick. Yes. Inhale deeply. I am happy, healthy, whole, and complete. I am grateful that my experiences are not who I am. When I find myself in a quandary, in a situation, keep breathing, inhaling and exhaling deeply. I know that the experience has come to teach me a lesson, and I give thanks for the lesson. Even if I don't get it right away, I give thanks. Because I realize at this point in my life, my emotions can make me ill if I allow those emotions to be. Inhale deeply and exhale and give thanks. I release, let go, and let God. Inhale deeply, giving thanks for the heart, the brain, the liver, and the lung. Inhale deeply, giving thanks for the spleen and the spine and the pancreas and the colon. Oh, yes, the colon, where we hold many of the emotions that cause many of the illnesses. We give thanks that after today, we will learn how to clean the colon. And if you have not listened to Health and Wellness with Fiata on Friday mornings or Sunday evenings, go back and listen to the archives on how to clean that gut, because the colon is where all disease starts. And right now, it is where it can end, because you now have the knowledge that you need if you desire to clean the gut that holds the seat of the emotions that you may want to release. This is the beginning, and we give thanks. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, chin to chest, and rotate the head to the left, slowly, 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 bringing the head around to the back, slowly. You're moving too fast. Slowly, just getting to the right, and slowly bringing it around to the front, chin to chest, reversing the head to the right, slowly, slowly, slowly. Continue breathing, inhaling and exhaling deeply. You should just be getting around to the back. Slowly, slowly bringing it over to the left. Slowly, 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 and bringing it around to the front. Head straight up. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Inhale one more time. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. And just be with the breath for just a moment. Move your hand to your side. Wiggle your hands, your arms, your shoulders, wiggle those toes, your feet if you can. Move those shoulders in a circular motion. Turn the head from left to right as far as you can, slowly. You know you're moving too fast. Slowly look from your left to your right. Look down, look up. Take a long, deep inhale and repeat the words after me. I am happy, I am healthy, I am whole and complete. And I can begin to breathe on any situation and circumstances that comes into my being that tries to throw me off my square, that tries to irritate me, that tries to make me sick. I give thanks that I am in control of my emotions and my health, because things only happen to me because I allow them to happen. I am in control of me. Only the Creator has other control, not situations and not circumstances. And this is something that you can practice on a daily basis. It doesn't have to be extensive, but you can do this in a few seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and something or someone comes into your personal space and causes you chaos, confusion, or anxiety. Simply begin breathing. Close your eyes and begin breathing. And I promise you, if you even have a little garlic or onion on your breath, chances are when you begin breathing and you breathe, and when you exhale, you breathe through your mouth, they may step away and leave you alone. Hence, the chaos and confusion leaves as well. So try that today, and be sure and share that with someone on how the breath can control your emotions so that you don't lash back out at the person, place, or thing that caused you a little inconvenience or chaos and confusion in your well-being. And when you call in this morning, feel free to share how this experience is working for you and how you will share it with someone else. And you can call in at 515-605-9325. And remember, the information is always available. If you can't remember the technique, there are other resources for you on my YouTube channel, Zelda Speaks Mindfulness. All one word, Zelda Speaks Mindfulness. That's my YouTube channel. And remember, Zelda is always available to come and speak at your organization to help with the breathing process so that we can continue to feel good. You don't need to drink, smoke, or digest anything that is harmful to your body. All of these fake substances that we use to help us cope. We all have different levels of coping skills, but the outer experiences, the digesting of things that are not for our well-being, you can only drink and smoke and gamble and have sex and do all of the other things so many times before it begins to become a problem with you. So just remember, when you're tempted to do something to calm yourself down, just begin breathing. You'll be glad you did. If you just tuned in, welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness with mental health professional Khalid Scott, who will be joining us in the 8 o'clock hour. But I'd like to hear from you in this hour. And if you'd like to call in at 515-605-9325. I know I speak too fast. 312-905-6325. Press 1 to speak. And we will be taking your call as soon as we come back from this commercial break, so you stay close.
Hi, this is John Alexander.
And I'm Naima Latif. Meet people like you who are making a positive difference in the world.
Big difference.
Watch us every day on The Media Connection at www.youtube.com/The Media Connection TV.
YouTube it. We'll see you soon.
There are people who choose to make a positive difference in the world. Our job is to bring you their stories to motivate you to do the same. Join us each week hosts John Alexander and Naima Latif, as we bring you the educators, entertainers, elected officials, religious leaders, and community activists whose works are transforming this world. Find out how you can make a difference too. Be inspired. Watch The Media Connection. Mondays at 5 p.m. and Tuesdays at 12 noon on Cable TV, Channel 19 in Chicago. In other cities, check your local cable listings.
Do you worry about finances, family, health, job, relationships? Are you in pain? Do you feel stuck? If you answered yes to any of these questions, help is available. Don't worry, you're not alone. It's part of the human process. You only feel this way because you haven't mastered the voices in your head. No hype, just down-to-earth, solid, workable tools and techniques that you can practice daily. It's really food for the soul, whether you want to learn how not to worry about anything, reverse type 2 diabetes, publish a book, promote your product or service, or just make extra money. To take advantage of the deal of the day, go to zeldaspeaks.com or call 312-409-6619. Mention promo code The Female Solution and get free shipping. That's zeldaspeaks.com or 312-409-6619. Stop worrying today. Visit zeldaspeaks.com.
I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Community and police need to come together again. Police need to walk the streets, get to know the citizens. They can ride the buses, the L, the subways, and once again, become the officer friendly we always hear about. Police are the front line between us and the criminal element. As mayor, I will begin program to assure they will get to know us as our neighbors.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for mayor.
Hi, this is Maika, and I want you to join me every Thursday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And let's talk about it. There are so many interesting things to talk about, and we have many thought-provoking discussions. We have amazing guests on the show, and you'll find real transparency, a really peaceful environment, also a healing environment as we do EFT and other healing modalities to bring ourselves into congruence and balance. It's also a child-friendly environment. And we have an open mic. All you have to do is press 1 to be heard and to say what you have to say. No fear, no fake, real truth. That's what you'll find on my show. Visit our archives at The Female Solution on Blog Talk Radio and listen to past discussions that are intriguing. Call 505-615-9325. Invite a friend and listen in, and I'll see you then on Blog Talk Radio. Let's talk about it with Maika every Thursday.
Are you ready to take charge of your health? Hi, this is Beata, your holistic life coach, and I'll be joining the Female Solution family every Friday morning to assist you in your journey to abundant health. Together, we can reduce the stress, which most health professionals agree is a major contributor to disease. Every Friday, I'll be sharing the knowledge I've gained from over 20 years in the holistic health field. The word holistic simply means taking into consideration mind, body, and spirit to balance and heal your human self. I am truly excited to be able to serve you on The Female Solution.
Thank you for joining us back here on Monday Morning Mindfulness on Blog Talk Radio, Female Solution, Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks, for your Monday morning Mindfulness. If you're listening to us online, be sure and visit our Facebook page, The Female Solution, as well as Zelda Speaks. And if you'd like to join us on social media, we're there on Twitter and Instagram as well. And today's Monday Morning Mindfulness is mental health with health professional Khalid Scott, who will be joining us in the 8 o'clock hour. And if you'd like to join us, feel free to call in at 515-605-9325. And be sure and text that number to a friend, 515-605-9325. And press 1 to speak, because we all have had situations and circumstances where we allowed our emotions to control our well-being. A good example is recently, I'd say about a month ago, I had a client who was known for keeping her word as well as her commitment to the program that we have that allows seniors who are 55 and older to come in and work with the Higher Learning Network. And she has always paid on time and never had a problem. And at some point, the checks begin to be late. And I'm thinking to myself, well, we have a staff of people who many are semi-retired. I won't say fully retired, but semi-retired. And when you are on a limited income, that is when you only have one source or two small sources of income, you expect that money to be there. And you expect it to be there on time because you're a responsible person and you want to be able to pay your bills on time. Well, for some reason or another, something happened and she wasn't able to make the payments, and we weren't able to make the payments to our staff. And lo and behold, all of that teaching that I teach went right out the window. You know why? Because I allowed her frantic disposition to overcome what I know to be true. And I was sucked in, for lack of a better word. I allowed her energy to transfer to me, not practicing the principles that I teach. It happens to all of us, the best of us. And I panicked because I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, where am I going to get the money to pay the staff? Because they need their money. It's just like on your job. You need your money. You've got bills to pay. You've got responsibilities, and you need to pay them. So, okay, I said, okay. So let me end this conversation with her and go and get quiet and practice what I know to be true. So I hung up the phone because she was in an uproar. She was panicking. She had staff that she had to pay, and she couldn't pay them, so she definitely couldn't pay us as a contractor. So I hung up the phone, and I said, okay, I bought into all that negative energy, so now let me go and sit still, and practice what I teach. And after I did that for about 15 minutes, because it had just shaken me to the core, because I allowed her energy to transfer into my well-being over the telephone. See, the person doesn't have to be in direct connect with you. The person can send you a signal via their mind and conversation, and you accept that. And if you doubt that to be true, think about a person that you haven't heard from in a long time, and out of nowhere they call you or text you or email you. So that shows you that the mental energy that we have is transferable. We are all connected with the one. And when that energy connects and it doesn't connect in a good way, it doesn't coincide, then there's chaos. So I allowed that chaos to take me off my point, and it caused a little chaos. But this is the good thing. After I finished my meditation, I decided to go for a walk. And sometimes we need to get grounded, and that's one of the conversations we'll have next week. We'll have on Brother Kwame about grounding and how we are living in this modern world, and I think he called it, we're living in the matrix. Urban, what was the word that he used? We're living in the urban something or another. I can't remember the exact term, but we're not grounded. We don't get to the ground. We work in high-rise buildings. We live in high-rise buildings. We visit high-rise buildings, and we are not connected to the ground enough. We're not in the ground with the grass and the trees and the wind and things of that nature. And we forget who we are because we are not connected to the earth. So I took this walk, and Spirit said to me, I usually say something said to me, but now I just tell the truth of the matter, and I said, Spirit said to me, why don't you go and check your P.O. box, residual checks for a number of other events and things that we're involved in. And for a minute, I almost hesitated, but I'm learning that when that still small voice comes into your mind, it's there for a reason, it's there for a reminder. And unless you are quiet and unless you are grounded, and thank God I spent about 15 minutes meditating, and then I left out and went and did some walking. Now, I was still on concrete, but I was still on the ground. And I did walk past a tree, and I stopped there for a hot second. And wouldn't you know that the tree was next to the post office, and I just sat there for a minute because I always have. I didn't sit there. I just stood there. And I thought about Oprah and how she has all of her interviews outside near the trees, and she says that was because she was conceived by a tree. So I thought about that, and I just stood there for a few minutes. And I repeated affirmations to myself. And, when people see you talking to yourself, they automatically think you're crazy. And that's fine with me, because what you really think of me is really none of my business. So I just kept talking, and I was doing my affirmations. And I stood there for just a few minutes and doing some deep breathing exercises. And, people are walking past, and it's like, okay, do we need to call the place with where they can wrap her up in a little white jacket? Because she's just standing there just talking to herself. But, we see so much of that in our community. We just ignore people. We just, let them talk to them. That's okay. So after I stood there for a few minutes doing my affirmation, then I walked across the street to the post office, not expecting anything, but just grateful that I had limbs and legs to walk and I wasn't in a wheelchair or on a cane, and feeling pretty good that morning, despite the bad news that I'd received. Get to the post office, and I'm flipping through the mail because I hadn't been there in a week or so, and there's just, tons of mail. And then I see a check, and I'm like, oh, my God. Is this what I think it is? And it was a check, not from the person who I expected the check from, but from another source. And it was enough. And I'm saying to myself, oh, my God, we can pay these people their salary. So I walked to the bank, and I just gave thanks, and I was praying that I was grateful that I had the opportunity to keep our commitment to the people that work with us, that serve the community, that are giving their all in all, so that they can continue to do the work and be blessed from their work and pay their bills and do whatever else was needed to be done. So that was a very valuable lesson for me. And I've had many others, and I'm sure you've had some too. And if you'd like to share those experiences this morning, we'd love to hear about them. Show the fact that during your trials and tribulations in life, how money can stop your growth because you're presented with a challenge. Every single thing that happens to us in life is there to teach us a lesson. And that lesson for me that day was a reminder, because this person panicked. I did not have to buy into the panic, but I chose to buy into the panic because I allowed the transfer of her energy to overcome me. And that's a good example that when people bring you energy in a different form that you would rather not experience, that you have the role to control that experience. You can buy into that with panic, as I did, or you can begin to have a conversation that says, well, I think of what I could have thought, would have said to her, and I could have said something to this, well, I understand the situation that you're in. I understand how you are a little upset and you're panicking because you don't have what it is that you think you need in order to do what it is that you need to do to pay your people. I understand that. But in that knowing, let us come together as one and know that there is a divine order and things are always in order, whether we believe it or not. It is in order. And we have to trust. And with that trust, we have to remain in a consciousness that blocks the negative thoughts. And that's where affirmations come in. And affirmations are only tools for changing consciousness. So when negative thoughts appear, and they will, as they always do, 24/7, you can't block them out. Let me rephrase that. You can't make them go away, but you can deter them. That's the word I'd like to use. You can deter your thoughts by replacing them with conscious thoughts. And I would like to share with you a prayer that I use every single day, all day, that helps me. When I am in a situation, when I am confronted with negativity or thoughts of lack and limitation, this is a prayer that I learned from the Science of Mind Temple. It's at Water Tower with Mike Ram, I believe. I can't remember his last name. Did I say Ram? Forget that. Just Google Science of Mind. I remember his name is Mike something or another. He's also a producer at KNTV, which is Chicago Access Television. And I hope you can remember to come back and listen to this archived show after today and share this with someone, because if you can memorize this to memory, it took me a minute, but I got it. And if you say it every day, whenever you are confronted with a challenge, I promise you, after you say this, sometimes I have to say it all day because things just keep coming at me. And when I say these things, it just brings me to a point of peace that no one can take me from. So I'm going to share it with you. A deep breath, inhale and exhale. I give thanks. I am happy. I am healthy. I am whole and complete. I am divinely guided and protected. I am one with the one. No matter what is said, no matter what is done, I am always, always, always connected with the one. My connection with the Creator cannot be disconnected. Just as with a child connected to the mother with the umbilical cord, I have the very same connection with the One, with the Creator that designed me. I am happy, I am healthy, I am whole and complete. I am grateful for this experience. I am grateful that I am in fear because I know the fear came to teach me a lesson. I am grateful that I am grateful because I realize that gratefulness is an energy that encompasses all. Gratefulness is an energy that connects me with the divine. Gratefulness is the connection to ward off all that is not in divine and that is not in sync with the understanding and the knowledge and the mission that the Creator has designed for me this day. For that, I am grateful. And in remaining grateful, I keep my conscious connection. I keep my conscious connection. Keep my conscious connection with the One. I am connected with the One, and there is only one source. And I give thanks that I am connected with that source. Now, what you choose to call that source, we live in a country where many worship in many different names. God, Jehovah, Jesus, Allah, Yahweh, Universal Spirit, Creator, Connected, the Divine, whatever you choose to call it, you have the ability to connect with it. You have the power of choice. And we give thanks for the power of choice because we do not live in a country where we are told who to worship and how to worship. And we give thanks for that connection. Breathe in deeply. And just sit with that prayer. Wherever you are on the planet, Asia, Africa, Russia, America, UK, the Middle East, wherever you are, God is in control. And whatever you choose to call it, the powers that be that put breath in your life, give you family, give you love, life, and energy, and purpose, and meaning, and direction. Wherever you are, may the blessings of the Creator keep you, direct you, and bless you, and give you an abundance of love, of light, of laughter, and energy to move, to do, and be that which you were designed. Ah, yes, I get thanks. As I breathe in and breathe out. As I breathe in, I am one with the One that keeps me connected. No person, place, or thing can stop me from doing that which I have been blessed which I have been given a purpose in this life to do. Nothing and no one can take me off of my square, because I have been given the authority and the love of life to make a difference in this world. Everywhere I go, I know that I am being watched. And I am not talking about Big Brother. I am talking about the souls and the spirit of the souls that need your guidance. So we are mindful in what we say and how we say it, because someone somewhere is watching us and depending on us to say the right thing, to do the right thing, to be kind, to be any of the characters, not characters, to be any of the people that I named earlier in this morning's meditation: the Harriet Tubmans, the Paul Robeson, the Frederick Douglass, the Dorothy Height, the Malcolm X, the Martin Luther King, the Angela Davis, the Mark Clarks of the world, the Fred Hamptons, and the millions of others who have come before us and made our way possible. It is our responsibility, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and millennials, and those that are unborn yet. It is our responsibilities as people on this planet. We know of no other planets. We have an idea, but we do know about this planet. We are responsible for the work that goes on this planet. We are responsible for ourselves and those that follow, because someone took a chance and did something out of the normal to be sure that our way would be made smooth. And it is no coincidence that you are listening to this show today. If you just joined us, welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness on the Female Solution, Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. It is no coincidence that you tuned in at the right place, at the right time, to hear the right thing, because you are the chosen one. You may not feel like the chosen one. You may be living in lack and limitation and thinking that you don't have what you need. And that is the furthest thing from the truth, because if you have breath, if you can breathe, your work is not finished. If you can inhale and hold it to the count of 6, and exhale to the count of 6, yes, Lord, you have work to do. You have been anointed with the power that can sustain you through anything. You have been given that. Your parents, who may or may not be in your life, your grandparents, whoever they are, your great-great-great-grandparents made a sacrifice. They have gone through trials and tribulations. They have been places and had experiences that you may never have, because you have not had their journey. But this journey right here was made possible by your local sponsor, and that sponsor are your ancestors. So today, let us give thanks for the ancestors who came before us to make our way possible. Nothing is impossible. And keep that in mind as you go throughout your day. And know that you have been divinely guided and protected. Nothing and no one can stop you from being the blessing that you are. And if you don't believe me, believe this.
This is Minister Cynthia Marie Williams, spiritual counselor and advisor. I invite you to a private reading in the areas of business, health, finances, relationships for introductory cost of $20. Please call because there is a higher power that can help me help you. 312-802-4743. Peace and blessings to you all. Call me, 312-802-4743.
Hi, this is Beata, your holistic life coach. Every Friday morning, I'm on the Female Solution. I'm also blogging live every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Soul Purpose Healing, where I help you get back into alignment with the Creator's love, compassion, and wisdom. On Sunday, you can call in at 215-383-5863 or go to www.blogtalkradio.com/soulpurposehealing. When I'm not doing spiritual adjustments on Blog Talk Radio, I'm helping clients reduce the stress in their lives with EFT, essential oils, and cost-saving health plans like Ameriplan. Ameriplan is a better way to save money on your health care expenses. There is more information on how to contact me at www.yourholisticlifecoach.com. Till then, stay in joy.
I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. A previous mayor destroyed the great assets in the middle of the night, forcing corporate and private aircraft to land elsewhere. Jobs and revenue was lost, and convenient access to the business in the downtown area is gone. As mayor, I fully intend to reopen Magfield.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for mayor.
We have an opportunity to transform the whole global society in the next 50 years. 50 years from now, the earth will be populated by a new generation of adults, many of whom are yet unborn. Our mission is to nurture them in childhood with love, guidance, and protection, and to raise them in healthy, happy families. If we impart values of compassion, generosity, and respect for fellow human beings in the next generation of children, they will create a world where people can live together in peace. This is our goal. Be a part of the transformation. Get your copy of the book, The Female Solution. Go to www.naimalatif.com. That's www.naimalatif.com.
Hi, I'm Beloved, and I'll be joining the Female Solution family on Saturdays from 12 noon to 2 p.m. with a brand new show entitled Women Entrepreneurs International. Women Entrepreneurs International empowers women to be financially free by starting their own home-based business. I look forward to being with you Saturday, 12 noon. Call in 515-605-9325. We, WEI, we are the answer.
Hi, this is Maika, and I want you to join me every Thursday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And let's talk about it. There are so many interesting things to talk about, and we have many thought-provoking discussions. We have amazing guests on the show, and you'll find real transparency, a really peaceful environment, also a healing environment as we do EFT and other healing modalities to bring ourselves into congruence and balance. It's also a child-friendly environment. And we have an open mic. All you have to do is press 1 to be heard and to say what you have to say. No fear, no fake, real truth. That's what you'll find on my show. Visit our archives at The Female Solution on Blog Talk Radio and listen to past discussions that are intriguing. Call 505-615-9325. invite a friend, and listen in. And I'll see you then on Blog Talk Radio. Let's talk about it with Maika every Thursday.
And thank you for joining us back here on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks, and my very special guest today, Khalid Scott, mental health professional, who is joining us on the line at 312-437 Grand Rising, and thank you for joining us this morning, Brother Scott.
Good morning, everyone, and how are you doing today, Zelda?
Wonderful. Now that I have you on the line, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We could not have done it without you, and the topic of today is: how often do we allow our emotions to control our well-being? Can being upset make us sick? And what can we do to control how we feel emotionally and mentally so that our health is not affected? How can we do that, Brother Khalid? You're the expert in the matter, so give us some tips and techniques.
All right. Well, first of all, what a wonderful discussion to have today. And we don't often talk about the correlation of the physical and the emotional connection. Definitely there. And the ways that we tend to see things manifest from emotion to physically is, one, suicides. You know, someone is deeply depressed, deep into their despair, and it physically changes them. You know, it makes them so depressed, feeling so much despair, to the point where they feel like, hey, there's nothing needed for me here on earth. I am of no use. And then what I do, I physically take my life. Okay? We also see it with folks who overeat. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling abnormal. I don't want to drink alcohol. I don't want to do drugs. I don't want to physically abuse myself. I don't want to become a gambler. I don't want to become a sexaholic. What I do is I eat to feel better. I emotionally eat. And then we eat and we eat and we eat, and next thing you know, we're overweight. Okay? And though we know that, hey, my body has changed because of the depression I'm having and the sadness I'm dealing with, and I'm trying to medicate it with food, you know, then my body transforms, you know. So, again, these are two examples of the manifestation when our emotions are out of sync, and it leads to our bodies being out of sync. So it's a real topic. It's a real topic.
And then one of the things that I really feel that is near and dear to my heart is because when you can see that a person is in distress, so you can see that someone is in distress because of their body size, but you can't see that in a person who has other afflictions or addictions. You may not be able to see the person who's a gambleaholic or who's a shopaholic or even an alcoholic for that matter. You may not be able to see that. And just because you can't see it doesn't mean that there's not an issue there.
Correct. Well, Zelda, that's a wonderful Those are wonderful examples. But let me tell you this, the real dirty truth is there are indicators. Anytime someone is doing something out of the norm, they do tell on themselves. The difference is people paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Because we all like, say if me and you are dating, and I go from being a bubbly, outgoing guy to when I come home, I'm always mad. I'm always sad about something. I talk with words of despair all the time. Then you notice it's a difference in my personality. That's when the questions are supposed to be asked then, what's going on? Tell me. What's happening? But we have to pay attention. You know, give an example. And it's, again, I'm at not a disadvantage, but I'm at an advantage because I'm a clinician. So, of course, I study human behaviors, human patterns, okay? So what happened was a friend of mine, good friend of mine, he's a police officer, okay? And I already know that the trials and tribulations and the mental despair that police officers go through. Well, my buddy called me one night, and he was like, man, my wife left me, okay? And he sounded so solemn about it. You know, he was like, man, it's so matter of fact, so tongue-in-cheek about it. And I was like, wait a minute, buddy, wait, your wife left. So I was all over the place like, man, are you okay? Where you at? Oh, I'm okay. Wow, I just can't believe she left. I said, brother, where are you at? Oh, I'm at home. I said, can I come over? No, you don't have to come over. I said, would you like to come over to my house? He was like, well, yeah, give me about an hour, you know. So he came over to my house about 2 hours later, and we were able to sit down. And what I got from him was that he was in shock. So that's why he sounded so mundane, you know, like, excuse me, what just happened here? So I explained to him about the grieving process, that when a trauma happens to you, the first thing you go into is kind of like a disbelief, a shock. You know, I can't believe this is happening. But thank God I paid attention because it was out of his norm. You know what I'm saying? And because I wanted to help, and come to find out, recently there is a high number of police officers who commit suicide. But because I know that, and he's been an officer for over 20 years, I knew I had to go into SWAT mode to make sure I helped my friend. So I checked on him every day. And the next thing I know, he was like, man, I'm on a date. I'm like, your wife just left you 2 weeks ago. You on a date already? Yeah. I'm like, okay. So that's another issue because typically you don't go on a date with another woman 2 weeks after your wife. You know what I'm saying? You're still trying to grieve it. But what he was doing was what? He was medicating himself through sex. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by you got to pay attention. And then if the affliction is happening to you, Miss Zelda, you got to open your mouth and you got to tell people, I'm hurt. You got to. You got to. Because the minute you open your mouth, you start feeling a little better. Have you ever been going through something, and as soon as you even just prayed out loud, you started kind of like physically to feel better because you're getting it out. You're getting it out. You're releasing it. And that's the first thing you have to do.
You can't keep it to yourself.
Not at all. Not at all.
And what you said, what about what you said about the police officers having a high suicide rate? One of the I host a monthly networking meeting on the west side of Chicago. It's called the West Side Ministers Coalition. And a couple of months ago, one of the captains got up and spoke because there's always police officers there, not as security for the meeting, but as members of the community who come to share information about what's going on in the police department. And one of the things that he said that struck me was the high amount of suicides on the police force. And that made me think about it. Wow, no wonder I see so many new cadets joining the police force, and then now they're offering a base pay of $70,000, up to $70,000 to start a career as a police officer. I was like, wow, I had no idea that it is as high as it is. But let me back up for just a little bit. Probably about 20 years ago, before I was married, I dated a police officer, and I didn't know the signals. I didn't know the signs. I just knew he was a very nice guy, a sweetheart. But every time I saw him, he was drunk. Every single time I saw him, he was drunk, and that was his norm. And I'm thinking to myself, I was probably about 30 years ago, not 20, because at the time I was in college, and I really didn't have a lot of time for him, and I guess that made him want me even more. It wasn't that I was ignoring him. It's just that my head was headed in the direction. I'm trying to get my degree from school so I can go do what I need to do. You're already on your mission. You're accomplished. You're already an officer. I'm trying to become accomplished. So it wasn't that I was ignoring him. But I wonder, now that I look back, I wonder if my ignoring him, for lack of a better word, because I was concentrating on my studies, I wonder if that had anything to do with it. And later on, I never heard from him, so I didn't know what happened. But I heard it on the news that he had shot himself in the head.
Wow.
He had killed himself. And I was like, oh my goodness. I didn't know police officers did that. I had no idea.
Yes. But we'll see. But the thing is, Zelda, you got to understand, look what they see. And imagine when we hear stories on the news, those are not the only deaths that happened in that day. Those are just the deaths that get reported.
Yeah.
Okay? So when I talk, like, for some reason, I attract police officers as friends. I got about 15 of them as friends.
Oh,
right?
wow.
So when I hear their daily logs about what they have to experience, they have to go and see molested kids. They have to go and see beaten girlfriends and beaten boyfriends. They got to see stab victims, gun violence victims, suicide victims. Somebody jumps off a roof. They got to go and see the splattered body. You know what I'm saying? And then the dirty little secret, listen to this. When I was talking to my buddy who was getting ready to go through a divorce, I said, man, you need counseling. You need counseling. He was like, well, Khalid, you, Mr. Social Worker, counselor, won't you help me? Can't help, man. I'm your buddy. You need a professional clinician who's unbiased. I'm biased towards you because you're my buddy. And he said, well, I'm not going to see a therapist. And I'm like, well, why not, man? This is for you. He said, Khalid, I'm a police officer. If it gets found out that I'm seeing a clinician, I could be putting my pension at risk. I'm like, because you're trying to get help? He said, think about it, Khalid. I go out there and I have to shoot somebody, justified shooting. They go and do a background check on me to see what was going on with me, and they found out that I'm in counseling. Then I might lose my job. So I said, wait a minute. So the mindset is, even though I have one of the hardest jobs in the world, even though my mental capacity is being tested every day, it's not. It's an unsaid rule, an unwritten rule that I shouldn't be in counseling to get the help I need. Why? Because it will be seen as a bad thing. Yes, Khalid. Yes. Wake up, little Lord Fauntleroy. Wake up to the real world. And I was like, no wonder then. No wonder. So that's why there's so many, abuse cases with police wives. You know what I'm saying? It's so much infidelity. It's so much divorce. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking to powers that be to say, hey, can we have mental health days for the police department? Because this is a lot. Even what just happened Friday with the, with the police officer being found guilty, Van Dyke.
Yes.
I mean, this is something that the police officers need to talk about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is something they need to get off their chest. So going back to our topic, yes, when you're mentally unstable, mentally unbalanced, the physical you follows. And it's usually not a good thing. But it's a big indicator that there is something mentally going on. And folks, again, need to pay attention. You got a highly functioning kid, and then your kid is in the bed all day. You know what I'm saying? Your kid is not talking to their friends. Your kid is they overeating or they're undereating. You need to be saying, what's going on? You're doing your daughter's hair, and her hair is falling out. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you, sweetie? Why is your hair falling out? Stressed out, mommy, because, these exams are killing me right now. You know, speaking of another friend, back in March, I don't know if you remember the story, one of my good friends, he went up to college in Michigan with his wife to pick up his son for spring break. Got up there, the son killed him and the wife.
Oh, my God.
Now, I was at the son's truck party when he went away to college. Perfect family. You know what I'm saying? And then I hear on the news my friend is dead, shot to death by his son. Come to find out the night before, he had a psychotic break and a drug overdose.
Oh,
and the hospital released him.
What?
Yes. So, this was on the news. You know what I'm saying? So, my thought is, what happened in that year and a half since I saw this family together at that truck party? What happened? Did the son go up to college and start feeling the pressure to perform and start using drugs and alcohol and then snapped off? But you better believe there were indicators.
Right.
There were indicators. Bad grades, low test scores, getting drunk, getting high. So the indicators are there, Zelda. We have to pay attention.
We just don't know what they are. And everyone has a story. And I see we have some callers on the line, 515-605-9325. Area code 773-354. You're live on Monday Morning Mindfulness. What's your name and where are you calling from? Thank you for joining us.
Hello,
Area code
can you hear me?
Yes, good morning. Who's this? Grand Rising.
Hi, Sister Zelda. I was referred by Minister Plump.
Yes, ma'am. What's your
My
name?
name? Brenda Taylor. My name is Brenda Taylor, and I am the daughter of Eddie Taylor. And I was listening in, and this is a very good topic, and it kind of relates to my life. And I want to speak a little bit on that.
Okay, please do. We have a health professional on the line who may be able to give you some assistance this morning. Khalid Scott.
Okay, thank you.
Hello there. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, so what's your question or comment, Brenda?
Okay, I want to say about silent depression. Okay, I came from that stage, and at the end, it caused me an aneurysm, brain, and a stroke. Ooh. And I'm a certified drug counselor, certified health study. And it doesn't matter how much you know or who you are, it can attack the body. So what I do is I do deep meditation, and I don't have no stinking thinking, and I always think happy. And you have to know that in life it's gonna come with trials and tribulations. So it's how you handle it. Do you address the situation and face it? And we do need people. If you say, for instance, you fall, you need somebody behind you to catch you. So that's why I try to build myself around solid people and people with a positive mindset. And we all as one going through the same struggles as brothers and sisters. And we have to stay motivated, and we have to stay really in the Word, and we have to encourage ourselves every day that we know that we live in a life of trials and tribulations. My mom died. Let me go back. My father is known all around the world, and his name is Eddie Taylor, Big Town Playboy. He behind all the Jimmy Reed, Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf. He just was inducted to the Blues Hall of Fame. Okay, Christmas Eve, 1995, he passed away. I took him to the hospital Christmas Eve. He died Christmas Day. That started there. Then my daughter was killed at the age of 17. She got killed April 12th. We buried her April 24th, and her birthday was April 26th. That's another strike. Then my mama died at 99 of right by Thanksgiving. Then my little sister died right at my birthday. So by saying this, it's a lot to deal with, and it did take me to a point where I had a stroke and an aneurysm. But I had to get a grip on my life and know that these things you can't defeat it, and know that you can defeat it, but you got to understand it's how you deal with it. So what I do deep meditations. Like I said, I'm a certified health studier, and I always get up with a good positive attitude. And yes, you do need to reach out to people. Each one reach one. And I was listening to the brother talking, saying that about the police, how he shot himself. You never know how these people walking around here mentally unstable. Because I was unstable, but not like to hurt myself. It was just so much on the brain, and it exploded. So I had told myself, I said, God, if you let me go in here and have this surgery, I will rearrange my whole life. Even to the girl that killed my daughter, she was killed in a hit-and-run car crash, and I still got love for that girl because you cannot change it. It's not going to bring her back. It's called no stinking thinking. Get up loving yourself. Get up encouraging yourself. Know that there's a way out. Don't think that it's over with. And then surround yourself around positive people. Don't be around people who don't lift you. Be around uplifting souls, healthy souls, laughing people. And then, like he said, open up and talk about it, and you never know the result.
You are absolutely right. Awesome. Thank you so much.
What a powerful testimony, ma'am. And thank you for sharing that with me. You know, it's nothing like being transparent. You know, it's nothing like being transparent, because what transparency shows is your level of confidence and your level of bravery to be able to share your testimony. You know, and again, like I said earlier, getting your pain out is the first step in the healing process. Owning, admitting, you know, that I'm going through something. And she said something very powerful. She said something about, and my take was, creating a village of people to be there for you. That is very important. I got to know that I have at least 3 people on speed call that if I'm having a bad day, I need them to be available to talk to me. I need them. And this can't be no 5-minute conversation. Hey, I'm going to be on the phone with you for maybe an hour, give or take. I need you right now. And I got those people who are going to sit there and listen, you know, and then tell me, hey, Khalid, that was your fault. Hey, Khalid, it's going to be okay. And then also we have to teach people how they respond to us. Like I remember I was calling a friend all the time, talking about issues of concern. And this friend always plays devil advocate with me. So I had to tell her, it's okay to disagree with me. It's okay to show me the other side of what I'm talking about. But can you validate my feelings first? And she was like, what do you mean? Because it always feels like I'm calling somebody to tell who's telling me I'm wrong all the time. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I said, I hear you, but I'm just giving you a counseling tip. If somebody reaches out to you who is in pain, who is feeling a certain way, validate their feelings first. You can say something as easy as, wow, you sound like you're really going through something hurtful. You sound like you're very hurt and this is really bothering you. I'm here. Then go into the devil's advocate. But make sure the person is okay first, because you can make them feel more depressed.
Right.
Because you just pushed them out, and you probably would have been the last source to save themselves.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
We got to learn kind of how to deep listen. You know, and deep listening is, have you ever had a conversation with someone, and even though they were talking, you were thinking about what your response is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with deep listening, you don't think about nothing but just intaking their words.
Yeah.
Because you're listening and you're respecting their conversation with you. Then when they're done talking, you can do a reflection. So let me get this straight. What I think I heard you say was this. So do a quick summation, and then it's like, well, hey, and I do this all the time with people. Did you want my advice, or did you just want me to listen? Khalid, you know I called you because I want your advice. Be quiet.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I needed your permission first.
Okay.
Because if you
Awesome
give me permission,
technique.
then that means you're open to hearing what I want to say to you. Correct?
Yes.
Caller,
say
thank
this.
you again. Thank you again.
I just want to say this before I hang up. I want to say people need people. Doctors need doctors, and lawyers need lawyers. We need each other. And it's called each one reach one. Never blot a person out. Always listen, because I have seen a lot of things. I came straight from the ghetto. I have seen bloodshed so much the streets is crying out blood. And all I seen was just people's brains, all this type of stuff just laying around. And I'm like, we have to get a grip on ourselves. And then when you look at it, some of them be drugs, like doing drugs, as far as different drugs make them do it. So that's a lot of reasons. But basically, when a person try to talk to you, at least they showing some type of, they showing that they need that support. And they do got enough brains left to know to help me.
Right,
you know.
right. Well, thank you so very much for sharing that information and for calling in this morning, Brenda. We greatly appreciate that. And thank you for those who are listening online, on Facebook, on social media. The Female Solution and Zelda Speaks. You stay close. We'll be right back with more information on how your health is affected by your mental and emotional state and what you can do about it. So stay close.
Oh, man. God sent the monthly sun bill today. This sunlight is really expensive, especially during this season. I'll probably have to work overtime to pay it.
Well, you better pay it on time. We don't want the sun to go out and we're sitting up here all day in the dark.
Wouldn't it be terrible if God charged us for sunlight? Well, thank God, the light and heat from the sun is free. So why are we paying such high bills for the energy we use in our homes? Because we don't know how to use solar energy, the free energy from the sun. You can convert your regular home to a solar energy home and save tremendously on your electric bill. Take a look at your electric bill. Wouldn't you like to reduce or possibly even eliminate that cost altogether? Let one of our solar consultants show you how. Call today, 312-849-3456, and schedule a free consultation. That's 312-849-3456.
Do you want to live in a world without war? Join our global peace movement. Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Light transcends culture, religion, ideology, and other boundaries to achieve peaceful harmony in the global society. HWPL is committed to bringing world peace and cessation of war through peaceful dialogue between religious groups. I am Director Shin-Suk Kim of the HWPL Chicago branch of North America. Join us for our next gathering. Call 773-580-1501 and be a part of the movement for world peace. Email us at chicagohwpl@gmail.com.
While taxes do provide the funds to pay for our services, high taxes can drive business out of our city. Residents then go out of state to buy gas because our gas taxes are so high. And when they buy gas, they stop and buy many other items. Lowering gas taxes will keep those residents and dollars in our city.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for Mayor.
Are you having challenges with your 2-year-old who has suddenly discovered they have a free will and has learned to tell you no? Are you having challenges with your 8-year-old who has suddenly learned how to tell untruths in order to avoid punishment? Are you having challenges with your 13-year-old who has suddenly realized that they know everything and you know nothing? Parenting is a challenge. Our children are here to learn and grow in understanding so that they can reach their highest creative potential and contribute to a new world of peace and harmony. To do our part as their teachers and protectors takes wisdom, patience, and skill. Join me, Naima Latif, and facilitator Mark Shahid on the Parenting and Family Reconstruction Learning Lab every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time on American Muslim 360 Blog Talk Radio. Tune in at www.blogtalkradio.com/American Muslim 360. Call in with your questions at 515-605-9891. That's 515-605-9891. Spare the rod. Love the child.
Hi, I'm Wanda Carter, producer of the Woman to Woman TV show. We'll be joining the Female Solution radio show on Sundays from 5 to 7 p.m. with a panel of women discussing everything from romance to finance in order to find solutions to the daily challenges we face. So get a pen, call a friend, and stay tuned in to the Woman to Woman show with Wanda Carter on the Female Solution radio show. Sundays, 5 to 7 p.m. Central Time at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution. Call in and comment at 515-605-9325. Press 1 to join the conversation, and let's talk about it, woman to woman.
Do you worry about finances, family, health, job, relationships? Are you in pain? Do you feel stuck? If you answered yes to any of these questions, help is available. Don't worry, you're not alone. It's part of the human process. You only feel this way because you haven't mastered the voices in your head. No hype, just down-to-earth, solid, workable tools and techniques that you can practice daily. It's really food for the soul, whether you want to learn how not to worry about anything, reverse type 2 diabetes, publish a book, promote your product or service, or just make extra money. To take advantage of the deal of the day, go to zeldaspeaks.com or call 312-409-6619. Mention promo code The Female Solution and get free shipping. That's zeldaspeaks.com or 312-409-6619. Stop worrying today. Visit zeldaspeaks.com. Is Monday morning a struggle to get out of bed, into the swing of things? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Join us for thought-provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on higher learning with Zelda Speaks for your Monday morning mindfulness sessions on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Mondays, 7:30 until 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, visit ZeldaSpeaks.com and send us your info. We'd love to have you. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness/stress relief coach, Zelda Speaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of the day. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned for your next session of mindfulness on higher learning with Zelda Speaks. Make it a mindful day. And thanks for listening. And thank you for joining us here on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. Monday morning mindfulness with my very special guest, mental health professional, Khalid Scott. And Khalid, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We know you're a very busy man in high demand, so we appreciate you taking time to be with us on the show today on your day off. So we greatly appreciate that. So let us go straight to the phone lines, area code 773-994. You are live on the air. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Okay, Grand Rising this morning. Grand Rising, this is Mama Joy from Chicago.
Hey, Mama Joy.
How are you? Thank
you for joining us this morning.
Oh, absolutely. A delight indeed. And I would like to thank Brother Khalid for his presence as well.
Thank you.
Can you touch up on the diet? I just ran recently, in the last few months, my son was going through depression. And and he was they were having some marital issues because of depression, and he was tired, so there was always some type of scattering going on. But he went to the doctor because he became ill, and a cholesterol and heart palpitations and all this kind of thing, and I was really disturbed. But we found out that he was lacking vitamin D. He was deficient in vitamin D. And so they prescribed dosage for him to help him, and because he's a truck driver, and I thought about the police officers as you were mentioning. He's a truck driver, so he doesn't get that much sun. He's out, but he's not in the sun. So now he understands that he's got to get sun. He's got to have more vitamin D, and so many of us have lost our understanding, our relationship to nature, and these vitamins. We partake of the foods, not understanding the deficiency there. So, and I had a friend of mine, Orestine, and she would have these breakdowns. In fact, she had a breakdown on the phone in a conversation when I was talking with her, and all of a sudden she was talking all outside her head, and I said, "What's wrong with you?" And she just kept talking. So I got in touch with her daughter, who was at the TV station, and she went home and found out that her mother had indeed had a nervous breakdown. And it wasn't until she started losing her sight that they discovered that she had lack of vitamin A. So they wanted to make sure, try to find out what the problem was. So she had vitamin A. And even with myself, and it's just the third thing I want to discuss is also what is happening now. So many adults are finding that they are ADHD. in that childhood. And, in fact, this month is ADHD month. And so, it's these adults who have grown and these particular traces or elements of mental disconnects are overlooked. And so now and as adults, they're coming, they're making themselves known. So thank you. Appreciate that. That's the vitamins that we need, because that is a relationship with our mental, keeping our mental, as well as this new thing of ADHD in adults.
Okay. So I'm sorry, Carl. Tell me, what is your question?
My question is, can you elaborate on the importance of the vitamin and mineral supplements that we need to help in our mental health?
Okay. Well, I'm not per se a dietitian or, can really speak and go into depth about, when you take medication to help, kind of balance you out organically. But the thing is that when you can identify that there's an issue going on, okay, and when you go and seek medical attention because it's gotten that bad, and that, you have a doctor to prescribe you medication that's supposed to balance you out. Because that's what medication is supposed to be for, to help balance. Because there's something organically that's imbalanced with you. Now, I hear a lot of people say that, you know what, I don't want to get on medication. I don't want to be a slave to medication. I'd rather find kind of like natural, herbal, enhancements to make me feel better. And I mean, that's fine. You have to do what you feel is that you're comfortable with to help you find the balance. Because that's what it all boils down to, finding the balance. it's okay to eat, not overeat. It's okay to drink. Drinking is legal. But when you overdrink, you know what I'm saying, that's when it becomes a problem. Never a good idea to do drugs. Never. So when people talk about, well, I smoke a little weed or whatever, there is a detriment to it. Unless a medical doctor puts you on medicinal drugs for a medical reason, that's when it's okay. But not because Antoine gave me a joint and I want to smoke it to feel cool. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it is okay to seek things that help balance you out. It's also very important to go and see someone like me, a mental health professional, to talk about what bothers you. You know what I'm saying? You mentioned that your son was having marital issues. Maybe in his mind, you know what, I have a lot of time to think about stuff. I'm on a roll for hours at a time. I get to sit there and talk to my higher being, and I get it out, or I get on long conversations with people. But I just find, especially us men, and, we've talked about this issue, men and mental health before, that men, we are fixers. You know what I'm saying? We're manly men, and we don't need professionals that tell us how to act and how to behave and what to do. But we needed more because there's so much pressure in being a man. I talked about before, like when men get divorced, no one rallies around the man when he goes through a divorce. We usually blame him. It must have been something he did wrong to cause, but then guess what? It's still a failure to us.
Wow.
And no one wants to fail. So what happens is people get divorced, everybody surrounds the wife and surrounds children. And they should be. But we also need to surround the man. Because you know what most of my male friends do? They go and find a new girlfriend to help medicate them.
Wow.
And so instead of working on the issues that they should be working on with themselves, they got another person. So the bad habits they had with a wife, now they're going to have the bad habits with this new girlfriend. Why? Because they didn't get any help.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get any support. So they start dumping on the new woman. So she inherits something.
Mm-hmm.
He breaks up with her, he gets a new woman. Ladies, you got to stop dating men who are just separated. Wait for him to be divorced. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Ask them, have you been through counseling? Because you just lost something significant in your life, a wife.
Very, very.
Hate her or love her, but I don't want her ghost to be in my house. And vice versa. As a man, I'm not dating someone who is separated from her husband. No, go and get divorced. Go through counseling for about 6 months to a year, and then me and you can talk.
Right.
Because I need you. I don't need to be what you call the person next. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what do you call the next person that comes in after a relationship? The rebound person.
Right.
I don't want to be a rebound person. That's not a good position. So we all should be getting mental health assistance. We all should be doing things to have balance in our life. And it's good that you're trying to be there for your son. Please continue. Because there's nothing like, and I've been there, it's nothing like when you get a phone call saying that your loved one committed suicide, or your loved one has hurt somebody else. That's one of the worst phone calls to get. Because then you wonder, what could I have done? What could I have done?
Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for calling Mama Joy and sharing that information. We've got time for one more call, area code 708-677. You are live on the air. What's your name and your comment or question?
This is Sister Maika, Grand Rising. How are you?
Grand Rising, Sister Maika. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Yeah, I just wanted to respond. I wanted to respond to Mama Joy's question about vitamins and minerals. They are so important. We're not getting these vitamins and minerals in our foods these days, and as we get older, we need them even more than when we're younger because our body is in a process of deterioration. And when you're going through medical treatment, if you're taking prescription drugs and what have you, they're stripping your body of natural vitamins and minerals. And, minerals are the building blocks for the body, so you have to have them. As a matter of fact, I just started taking some vitamins and minerals because a friend of mine heard that I was dealing with a particular physical ailment, and she just sent me all these vitamins and minerals to take, high quality, not just stuff you get from Walgreens and stuff, because sometimes that doesn't work. But you need high quality vitamins and minerals. So the ones she sent me were from USANA. And what's so interesting about the company USANA is Dr. Wentz, who founded USANA, he kept a cell alive in a Petri dish for over a year.
Wow.
Once he was able to keep a cell alive in a Petri dish for over a year, he said, I now can formulate vitamins and minerals and other supplements that can help people to rebuild their cellular structure. Because that's what we are. We are cells. I recognize that a lot of people recommend doctors and mental health professionals and psychologists. Personally, when I heard Christine Ford's testimony a couple of Fridays ago, it made me know that they don't have a solution. They really don't. It's just talk therapy. And talk does not release the problems, that the stresses, the emotions, and what have you that people have. Like the minister, he can talk all day long, but when one of the kids, people go back to what they're doing before. So this music is something that really brings about change. And I understand now why, even like what your guest said about the policeman, we can't just go and talk to a therapist or a clinician because this is they know that it don't work. It don't change nothing. It really changes nothing. You just reinforcing really whatever is going on with you. But
Micah, do you have your volume up on your phone?
I'm sorry.
Really muffled. You sound.
You know
really
what happened? Hold on 1 minute. I can remedy this.
You sound better now.
Okay, I got it now. I think I got it now.
Now, can you repeat the name of that information?
It's called USANA.
How do you spell it?
USANA. USANA.
USANA. Okay.
Yes, and USANA was founded by Dr. Wentz, Myron Wentz, and like I said, he was able to keep a cell alive in a Petri dish for over a year.
How do you spell the doctor's last name?
W-E-N-T-Z, Wentz.
Dr. Wentz, okay.
Yes.
All right.
As a matter of fact, you can get in touch with me. I will be marketing USANA's vitamins and mineral supplements because they have really been helpful to me in rebuilding my body. Because, like I said, as we get older, I will get it back to you.
Okay.
I will get back
they can
to
always
you. My email is maika@yahoo.com. That's MYEKA@yahoo.com.
Maika@yahoo.com. Thank you so much, Maika, for calling in this morning. We've only got a few minutes left here, and Khalid Scott has to give us a closing thought. But thank you so much for calling in. We greatly appreciate you. And we'll be listening to you on Thursday morning. Let's talk about it.
7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
7 to 9.
Thank you. I didn't know your show was almost over. I thought this. Okay. Have a good day.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, sweetie. You too. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Khalid, you want to leave us with a closing thought?
Sure, absolutely. And what I want to say to every listening ear out here is that you matter. You matter. You have a presence. You are worthy. If there is anything that's making you feel less than, please, please, please address it. How you address it is how you have to address it. But when you address it in a healthy way. Food is not your best friend. Alcohol is not your lover. Gambling is not your family member. Sex is not your friend. Find ways to address what hurts you, what ails you in a healthy way.
And how can they contact you? Khalid, can you be contacted?
How can they contact me? Yes, my email address is daddy, K as in Kenneth, B as in boy, S as in Sam, the number 1 at AOL.com. And you can find me on social media, Khalid Scott, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. But everyone, take care of yourself and be the best person that you can be.
And that's KHALID Scott on all social media. And that's daddy1 at AOL.com.
No, daddy KDS1.
Daddy KDS1.
At AOL.com.
Daddy, DADDY, KDS1 at AOL.com. Thank you so much, Khalid. We greatly appreciate you taking the time off today. We will see you probably in the next quarter when you'll have some more time to devote to us. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And we will be sharing your techniques with everyone. And thank you and have a great day. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, sweetie. And thank you, John, for joining us this morning on Monday Morning Mindfulness. We'll see you back here next week from 7 till 9 a.m. where we will have a special guest, Brother Kwame, telling us about grounding because, you know, we need to get centered and grounded. And the week after that, Eurydice Moore, who will be talking about small business startup because we know you have a plan. God has given you something that you need to move on, and now it's your time to move on it, and we can help you with it. Be sure to tune in to the Higher Learning Network TV shows Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19. And if you need to contact me during the week, zeldaspeaks.com or 312-409-6619. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to your next Monday Morning Mindfulness on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution. Until then, peace and blessings.
Always reach me on my website at www.naimalatif.com. That's www.naimalatif.com. Watch our TV shows, listen to our radio shows, order our books, and be sure to get your copy of the book, The Female Solution. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussion. And to our global family listening from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, Sheshe, India, Zanyaba, Japan, Arigato, Korea, Kamsahamnida, Russia, Spasiba, Germany, Danke, Poland, John Kujon, France, Merci, Spain, Gracias, Italy, Grazie, Egypt, Shukran, Ghana, Medasi, Nigeria, Eshe, South Africa, Ngiyabonga, Senegal, Jaret, Kenya, Asante, Israel, Toda, Pakistan, Shukriya, Afghanistan, Tashakor, Saudi Arabia, Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.